What's up, y'all? So, I was just having a conversation with myself about, because I'm looking at these travel places on, um, what's this, Kayak and Airbnb. So, I'm looking up Thailand because I want to go see the Big Buddha, right? So, I was just saying, I'm looking at this travel guide where it's different. I'm gonna have to sit up in a minute because I had a burp. It's this travel thing where it gives you, I want to give you the actual Asia's 12 most amazing holy temples and sacred pilgrimage sites. So I was just thinking, like, because I saw one, I definitely want to go to see Tiantan, the Big Buddha, and I want to see, well, all of these I really want to see, but the Golden Temple of Dimbula in Sri Lanka, um, and there was another one where it's mostly like Hindu, and I was saying like I feel closer to the Buddhist and Hindu. I wouldn't call them religions. To me, they're a walk of life. Religion is a man-made construct that keep us divided and torn apart when God should be God in all aspects. And I don't limit God at any shape, way, form, or fashion. God is the trees, God is the birds. God can be even that person that make you cringe at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that it teaches you more about yourself. And I was just saying, like, I remember, well, how I got started on the conversation was people would be surprised that I put money absolutely last. I remember going on a job interview and we went to a local Starbucks and had the interview there, and he bought me a coffee or whatever, but it was a questionnaire, and it was like, from 1 to 6, personal happiness. um it was more in tune things, and then it got into more material and money type things, and money was like literally the last thing on my mind. And the guy looked over it, and he was also of Indian descent, and he just looked at me, and we talked about it, and I don't shy away from it. Like, I wish I could wake up and there's $250,000 in my account. I'll get there one day, but in the meantime, I genuinely am learning to really live in that, where it's like it's cool to have different things. Like, I genuinely want experiences. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if I want to get up and go to Thailand tomorrow, I can do that. But at the same time, I have to appreciate what I have going on now. And I think thus what those practices teach you is to dismantle the world here and receive yourself. Because, like I said, God is God to me in all shape, way, forms, and fashion. Whether you believe or not, you still have to believe in yourself. Um, I was saying to myself that, I've come a long way from a lot of stuff. And I used to have a 2001 Buick Regal. feelings, when I had to like sell my car. But I had her for almost 10 years. I want to say it was like years 6 or 7 when I sold her. And I sold her to one of my dad's friends, even though I had inquiries before that, and for a lot more money. And I didn't want to sell her because it was personal to me. It was something I had gratitude towards. And I never treated myself less than or better than when I got more and when I had less. My energy never shifted. So when it came down to me having a Jeep and things like that, my energy never shifted. I never treated anybody different, but people treated me different. And that's incredibly insane because it's like we are wrapped in a world where consumerism, no matter how expensive it is, it holds weight and value to other people when it don't mean shit to somebody who can balance their life in a kinder way. When I had a job, I should have been recording in the beginning, but because I'm gonna kind of be sporadic. When I had a job, I worked driving concept cars. Now, granted, I want to say I had. Okay, so when I sold my car, I went from a 2001 Buick Regal. I would rent cars in the process because it wasn't running. So when I sold it, I went and bought a battery for it for the lady and everything. And, eventually she got fixed by somebody else. But anyway, um, after that, the most reliable car that I had was somewhat similar. It was a LeSabre, and my energy was still in the process of like I can come and go as I please. I didn't look at it as this is beneath me or oh, I can do so much better than this. The only thing that I could kind of get frustrated with is the music part because you either have to have that little cassette tape that go in there and you play it off your phone, or you have to have like an aux cord, and I don't even think I had an aux cord option. But I had the same energy. So I would go to work and I would drive like concept cars. Like, since we see it now, I drove the Hummer EV before the Hummer EV was even out. And it's a fucking amazing truck. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when people would come up to me and ask, what did I do? I would tell people what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a business owner. I'm not going to lie to you. I may not have like the structure I want as my business, but at the same time, it's something that I give energy to. I knew I wanted to be a content creator. I knew I wanted to influence people, you know, just by being me. But at the same time, I never downplayed my energy or downplayed anybody else. People treat you, like I said, I never treated people different, but in different aspects. Like, even when I had my Jeep, people treated me different. And coming from my Jeep to something like that Hummer EV, people treated me like a fucking celebrity. And I never treated people different. Hi, how are you? I'm Aisha. Nice to meet you. It's simple to me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not above nobody. I'm in God's image. You know what I'm saying? I'm a goddess of the universe. But at the end of the day, I don't treat nobody above God. Because I know God at the end of the day supplies and honor my life. And you can't be without yourself without God. If that makes any sense. Even though us as people, some of us know that we are made in God's image, yes, and here to do the due diligence of physical godmanship, if that's what you want to call it, where you create a better world for other people. Like at the end of the day, I know me posting on TikTok and YouTube is, it's personal, but at the same time, I want somebody to look at me and be influenced positively and to get up and feel the same thing that I get up and feel when I see the young ladies that inspire me a lot to get to this point. And it's just kind of like I want to inspire in a whole different way, even to myself. So, um, yeah, so that's kind of what I was just talking to myself about. Like, I'm more closer. I can identify with the principles. That's another reason why I did Ramadan, is because I identify with the principles of things. I treat people how I care to be treated. I don't have to go to church on Sunday because some people that go to church all week be the worst motherfuckers you will ever meet in this whole entire lifeline. And you'll be like, what did you learn? I can go to church and I'm not a church person at this point because the church is nothing but a club that you pay to get in and pay this nigga to keep his Bentley on and your house getting foreclosed on. Who does that? It becomes more of a profit than it does to profit. You understand what I'm saying? So I would rather walk alone, broke, and no one knows. And and just keep inspiring people to keep going. Like I told my man not too long ago, if I chose not to do nothing with my life, I would genuinely still breathe life into other people. That's just me. I've had my fucked up moments and I've had um my breakdowns and shit like that. But at the end of the day, like, I can't turn this shit off. I can't. So it's like I would rather like delve into that perspective of life where it's like you more connected and more in tune with who God is and even who God is introspectively. If that this piece of hair. If that makes sense, like no shade, no tea, no shade, but I don't feed myself McDonald's. And it's not just because I'm plant based. It literally made me sick. Like, and like thinking back how I used to treat myself and talk to myself and even, act in a certain way. I couldn't imagine like overriding myself to be like that. And for people to sit here and honor their God and you living in a world of destruction amongst yourself, you fighting, you going outside of your own character, that's to me is selling your soul and selling yourself short. You don't have to be a celebrity to sell your soul. If you go and suck dick for money and that's something that's out of your character just to obtain certain things, especially material things. What the fuck? But at the end of the day, Jesus walked with the prostitutes with no judgment. I don't care to judge you because we all here to fulfill something in our purpose. It's just certain things that ain't for me. Religion is one of them. So I just, like I said, I think I want to get more into like spiritual practices and pretty much dismantling like what I know of the world because this world is a fucking matrix. It's a lie. Me being the fine ass black woman that I am, society say I twerk everywhere, on tables. I throw drinks everywhere. I'm an asshole, and I'm none of that. I'm the direct opposite. And you know what's crazy? I got before all this soft life shit, I used to get made fun of because I'm like that naturally. I'm soft spoken. I speak when I'm spoken to. I say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and it's not good enough for people. I carry myself well. I stay out of trouble because I'm scary, but I slap the shit out of you if you try to play in my face. But at the end of the day, I'm not risking going to prison, baby. Mm-mm. Hell no. So it's just like I would just rather be transparent and transparent in God at the end of the day. Because you can't have one without the other. I can't have myself without God, and God can't have itself without me. So when you do certain things that slap God in the face, like, yeah, God, if you just give me this job, this motherfucker over here, you couldn't, damn, I can't make $20 an hour. This should say 15. God just sitting back like, bitch, didn't you just ask me? And I feel like God has a good sense of humor because I feel like if that's your father, mother, or whatever you want to identify God is, don't you stand for some goddamn correction? I'm not gonna be your friend and say, yeah, girl, you right for slamming that man face into that windshield and he did nothing to what? Yeah, you right for stealing at your job. They shouldn't have been playing in your face, girl. No, you weird. Absolutely not. I just choose to treat people how I care to be treated. I personally had to go through a lot of hardships with really accepting the reality and making myself a different reality than what I've been hand given. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I would choose to just indulge in the non-world aspects while still dabbling and dabbling in the world. I'm gonna have a fudge stripe cookie in about 5 minutes. But am I gonna drink water and talk to myself nice and really feed myself the food and the fuel that I need to propel myself? Absolutely. It's called balance. So I would rather, that's all I really got on here to say is that I don't know, my relationship with God is a lot different than others because I see God as all things and all things possible. I don't limit none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Even when I don't see it for myself, I still have a choice to believe and have faith in what I want. And it may not show up that way. But when God sit here and say, okay, yeah, you can have it. And if I say no, just know it's coming in a different way that suits you. There you go. I remember my granny used to sing On Time God at church. And for the past few weeks, I just been singing that one line. He's an on time God. Yes, he is. Oh, on time God. That song. May not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. On time. Every time. I don't care if you say here and was drowning in your finances. Be calm about it. Because, baby, I done sat here and watched my shit twice get repossessed. Come get it. People don't believe that I don't cry over that shit. Baby, come get this Jeep so I can get something else and it could serve its purpose. She served her purpose. When I say here, if I sit here and show you what I wrote down, that I have reliable transportation, I have to find the book. I have reliable transportation, and I manifested that, stayed in a good positive energy. Even when I had a nervous breakdown, I had to keep myself at a frequency of receiving, regardless of the shots being thrown at me and given, even by people unexpectedly. You understand me? When my own family sat here and watched me kill myself almost with the motherfucking passion of the Christ devil smirk on their face. Like, yeah, bitch, I was waiting on this shit. And they'll watch you do it. And I don't know how many times I sat here and helped people out and, been for people. And it was getting backstabbed and stabbed literally in the back. So it's just kind of like, do you want to be around people like that? Or do you want to be around people that want to see you succeed and excel and even exhale? Because life is lifing and life exhausting. Life is exhausting. So do you really want to put people in your circle that want to add extra pressure than life already given? Hell no. Fuck that. And fuck the horse you thought you was about to ride in on. Absolutely not. So it just goes to show I want to be an example of no matter what come your way, you can always do it, baby. Please try. Have faith. And like, I've had nothing. I have absolutely nothing right now. I have nothing but a newsletter that I gained skill on. I have nothing but two projects. One is doing very well outside the state, and I can't ship nothing to nobody out of state. Why? Because it's illegal to do it. And once I figure out a way to like structure my cannabis business, it's up from here. But the demand for it exceeds my own expectations. I had no idea. You can find me on Google. I had no idea. I had people trying to check out and people in my inbox. I had no idea. And just that simple gratitude, it kept coming. And I'm just like, well, fuck, what do I do? Call Taylor Brands when you get $250. Because I'm going to figure every fucking compliance out that I can literally help people. I genuinely just want to help people. Money cool. Money get what I need done. Efficiently and effectively. Expeditiously. But at the end of the day, it's not my focus. It's just not something I truly focus on. And saying, yeah, I want to make $550 an hour. Me not giving a fuck about it. I made 1,005, 1,050, 2,000. Just like when I used to do Instacart. It was nothing for me to make literally $1,200 a week almost. But when I overthought it, oh man, my phone bill due. Oh, now I gotta go outside. I gotta rent a car. La 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 la. It was so much more stressful versus it just flowing and all of that kind of stuff. It was stressful as hell because at the end of the day, it was just kind of like I'm overexerting myself and literally because you pushing everything away. It's something that I'm like desperate. And it's like, I don't need you today. Go figure out somebody else's order. And ain't nobody ordering shit. Everybody, I'm like, I know it's people at home ordering groceries and food. Not for you, boo. Go figure your business out. And honestly, when I did that, like in COVID, I literally made $10,000 in COVID. Did I see it? No, because I hustled backwards. This time I can hustle right because I know what it took to get there, what I could restructure. And when I said, okay, if I get the opportunity to do it again, this is how I would do it. And that's just how I'm doing it. I don't sit here and announce everything, but I'm going to start because I believe that was the downfall of my business in the first place. No one knew about it. No one even knew what I did, except for the people on Etsy and the people who just so happened to stumble across my boutique. So it's like now I'm being a lot more intentional, but flowing intentionally to, make progress, I guess, with myself. So, yeah, that's really all I came on here to say is that I'm looking forward to like really traveling and like indulging in different cultures and really seeing the world for what it really is. And that's God's idea. God manifests too. Have you seen Thailand? Have you seen most of the world? Like even on your laptop and phone. It's beautiful, isn't it? And we sit here and say, on God's green earth, God manifested all this shit. Unpopular opinion. The world is way too big and way too expansive, and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Granted, the fucked up shit that we see every day, does that stop you from going to y'all see shit every day about McDonald's and you still land be wrapped around the corner. What the fuck is keeping you from traveling outside of yourself? Outside of your comfort zone, bruh? It's the same thing. When you sit here and be like, yeah, girl, I'm about to go eat this at the Rib Shack. What is different than your ass getting up and planning a trip somewhere you ain't never been? I see it no different. What you looking at the money aspect? I don't give a fuck. Do I want an experience? Because I'm about to get on Experian.com. Point blank, baby. And plan this whole entire shindig my whole self. I'm thankful that my man is complimentary to that. We may not have it all at this very moment. But don't your life change? Just with a thought. One thought can change your whole entire life. And I'm proof of that shit. Bit of bread. Alright, I'm about to run to the bathroom. I will see y'all in the morning. Deuces. Have a blessed night.